Don't let them bring you down. I be for nothing.
Hey, stop playing.
Sometimes you gotta say fuck if they ain't on what you want. Cause times come through cars that ain't cheering you on. And say fuck them, then fuck it. Don't let them bring you down. I be for nothing. But if they try, it's probably best to cut ties. Sometimes you gotta say fuck them if they ain't on what you want. Cause
Anthony Q.
that ain't cheering you on. And say fuck them, then fuck it. Don't let them bring you down. I be for nothing. But if they try, it's probably
Sometimes you gotta cut them off.
you gotta say fuck them. If they
Y'all come in, hitting the like button.
ties from the ones that ain't cheering you on.
Shout out to Anthony Q.
Fuck it. Don't let them bring
He got another one.
for nothing. But if they try, it's probably best to cut ties.
Cut ties. Sometimes you gotta cut ties. Sometimes you gotta cut ties. Whoo! I dig it. Sometimes you gotta let their asses go. Hello. Hey, Cynthia. What we gonna jam a little bit? What we gonna jam?
On the edge, an incredibly sad update to a story we've been following. 3 bodies found in a burned SUV on Detroit's west side.
The case now
Oh, Lord.
side, and we've learned the victims are all related. Fox News' Jessica Dubnak with the details.
Baby, it is treacherous. Hey, Shelly Shell. It is treacherous out there, ain't it? I think he got it. I think oh boy got a hit on that one too. Sometimes you gotta say, "Uck it." You cut him off. Woo, he funny, huh? Yes, indeed. He finna. What is this one?
I'm a good guy. I ain't cold.
I don't like that one. I don't like that one, Anthony.
Yo, cute. Oh my. Oh my. Cool on that fake shit.
There we go.
Now keep my grass cut.
He said he cool on that fake it.
Yo, cute.
It's called fake shit.
Cool on that fake shit. And I keep my grass cut to see that snake shit. Man, put my name on it, make me respect it. I'm talking face to face shit. You ain't gotta like me, but you sure gotta
Respect it. Ah, he said he cool on that fake ish. Hey Ursula. Hey plus size baddie. Hey Travis. Hey Floyd. Patricia. What? Hey Willie. He said he cool on that fake shit. Woo. He keep his grass cut to see it. Sure gotta respect it. Oh, he gone, Anthony. I don't like that one. I can be misunderstood. Yeah, yeah.
There'll be good days and bad days, like the preacher said it would.
Why my phone ain't moving?
All I ask is you'll try.
Hey Dante, hey Chelsea.
Try loving me. All I ask is
Y'all, we gonna have to
try loving me. To know me is
that pilot at the Hudson River that we checked out yesterday. Oh Lord, okay, Anthony. Okay. How? Okay. The brother is, he's a brother, y'all. Judge declared Wendy Williams' career over. How the judge declared Wendy Williams' career is over? Really? You look like a witch under the cool. How you gonna declare you are not God? Wendy, what in the heck you done got your ass into, girl? Your makeup cute. But how you gonna say her career's over? Who are these people? These Diddy people. Diddy made her do it. Cause you told on him first. Huh? Diddy made her do that, didn't he? She looked like one of them warlock females and shit. Yeah. And at night, she turned her hair around. And she be doing all that freaky cutting shit. And you know. Where you find her at? They set your ass up, Wendy. What you know? He gave you some of that tainted baby oil shit. I don't like that. I got my eye on you, lady. My good eye. Sure do. I don't know why they doing you like that, Wendy. Maybe if you stop putting your lip liner, lipstick all on top of your damn lip, maybe they won't think your ass is crazy. Why you got lipstick? Oh, huh? You can't see your natural line? What? Wendy? They playing in your face. Girl, get that together. Stop playing, say stop playing, and hit the like button. Yeah, well, you didn't need to do that. You didn't. And make it look, yeah, they make it look a little seesawish. Yes.
30 years ago. So like I said, when we first got into it 2 years ago, I met his crime me, which is a Big Eddie boy, who he told on, made statements on, and them statements are
Sometimes you gotta.
told 30
You
years
still
ago.
telling it, Chris Lovejoy, he's still telling it, ain't he?
Crime me, which is a Big Eddie boy, who he told on, made statements on, and them statements alone got Eddie boy was conspiracy charge on the robbery that they get together. He told him something.
They gave him an informant necklace and he's still telling, ain't he?
Like, they ignored it back then. And when they seen I was getting to it big 2 years ago, some of my homies said, hey man, you know he got out on my man. I'm like, what? He like, yeah. He told on Eddie boy, it's on paperwork. I said, well, Eddie boy, he in the pen, he on the streets, he alive? He said, yeah, he out here, man.
He's still telling, ain't he?
You know what I'm saying? That's how I met up with Eddie boy, got the real deal.
He said, hell, they gave me a necklace the first time. What they gonna give me this time?
Ignoring that. You know what I mean? But now, you see all these different YouTubers and people from LA reading this paperwork, calling people.
Okay, so, yeah,
On the
okay.
edge, an incredibly sad update to a story. On the edge, an incredibly sad update to a story we've been following. 3 bodies found in a burned SUV on Detroit's west side.
The case now ruled a triple homicide, and we've learned
A triple homicide.
all related. Fox News' Jessica Dubnak with the details on this.
2 women and a 9-year-old child found in that burned SUV last weekend in Detroit. Detroit police working around the clock to
Lot
find
going on, y'all.
They say they have a person of interest in custody. It's an ex-boyfriend to one of the victims.
Ex-boyfriend.
In custody and
Ex-boyfriend. Y'all better choose these men wisely.
Police working around the clock to find.
Oh, Lord, I wasn't expecting
An
that.
incredibly sad update to a story we've been following. 3 bodies found in
ex.
a burned SUV on Detroit's west side.
The case now ruled a triple homicide, and we've learned the victims are all related. Fox News' Jessica
Y'all,
Dubnak
boo,
with
I'm
the
telling
details on
y'all.
this.
2 women and a 9-year-old child found in that burned SUV last weekend.
You couldn't handle that
Detroit
cookie.
Police working around the clock to
It was too
find
sweet
that
for you.
killer. They say they have a person of interest in custody. It's an ex-boyfriend to one of the victims.
we have a person of interest.
Wow.
And I really have to be tight-lipped because the investigation continues.
What it's revealed so far, heartbreaking, almost unbelievable. The 3 female victims found inside this SUV in an overgrown alley Sunday morning are all family members. A woman, her daughter, and the daughter's 9-year-old niece who they'd been watching.
With a case like this, it really upset me as well, and it upset our community, and it can create a sense of fear.
It's alleged the 2 older women were shot and killed. The child stabbed to death. The
Oh.
bodies were loaded up in an SUV and dumped near Tireman and West Grand Boulevard before it was torched. Less than 48 hours after the bodies were discovered, police took the ex-boyfriend of the daughter into custody.
My homicide detectives worked around the clock, along with Michigan State Police. We put our homicide task force on it, and so
y'all come on in, hitting the like button.
A search warrant in relation to the triple
He looked bugged out.
Sunday at a home near Chalmers and Frankfurt. Inside, a 4-year-old boy alone, sleeping in a bedroom. He's related to the murder victims. He was unharmed in all of this. Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison says this was all an isolated situation.
Wow.
Relentless in not stopping when something like this happens.
Police are not using the word suspect quite yet, but their investigation is moving rapidly. We will stay on it. Reporting on Detroit's west side, Jessica Dubnak on the edge.
Well, it says suspect right here. Y'all come on in, hitting the like. Ooh. Come on in, hitting the like button.
Can't be true. That you.
I've asked you.
Ooh, y'all GOYAYO posters are being spotted all over Fort Worth as he is scheduled to be released from prison next week. I'm bike. Ooh-wee. Everybody, well, I ain't gonna say everybody. A lot of folk want to know if he gonna come out wilding out, seeking immediate revenge for Get Money Lil Ronnie. I'm bike. He's supposed to put mine on there. I'm back mine. Is he going to recap? I'm going to tell you, GOYAYO Goldie. Yo Goldie. Don't take that bait. You better get your life right. They trying to send y'all asses away for life and put that needle in your arm. Yeah, you come out and you do something to something, they go make it organized crimes, cause you know. Shh. You want me to whisper? Let me get close. You know you in Kewan. You know you started that Fort Worth shit with Mo 3. Yeah, you was wilding out cause you couldn't handle that he was better than y'all. You apologized when you got out the last time, but then you turned around and let them put that battery in your back. Look at her, little boy. Yeah. You know you tied to Key1, Ducky P, GRC. Yeah. When you and Lil Ronnie and Lil Casino, CJ Casino, back then, y'all was all cool. Yeah. Keela. Yeah. You all y'all. Yeah. She was giving all y'all the low. So look at her, little boy. Little yellow head, orange head boy, you sunflower. You. You look just like a sunflower. Okay? Don't take that bait. They gonna let your ass out and hem you right on up and tie you into this Rico that they building. Yeah, they gonna stick that needle in your arm because you's a menace. Yeah, so go the other way. Don't say AunTeaFee ain't never told you nothing. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Next time I have to have a counseling session with your ass, I'ma send you a bill. Yeah. You been making money while you was in jail? Was you one of the ones that pay your family bills and shit? I mean, because as much as your ass stayed in jail, oh my God. Yeah. You better go the other way. Yeah, because the Yella, are you gonna let your homegirl do her too? Try to hide and change his identity. Didn't Devin Burns in Memphis, didn't he do that shit like that when he went on the run? Y'all like them bright ass colors like ain't nobody gonna see y'all. Well, hey, gifted heads. I don't know what type of disguise that is, boo, honey, but look at here. Now, hey, Vicky, Now, on a female that had Chelsea, that may be cute when she straightened it out, you know. Yeah, put a little toner on that boom. Don't you do that no more. You look just like a sunflower. Like you finna spit out some seeds or something. Yeah. Yeah, him close. Y'all remember that when we was talking about that transmission, that tranny? Yeah, Trina the tranny them. That's gonna be one of them witnesses for Keywan. They all booty buddies, baby. Don't get it twisted. They say, oh yeah. So I hope he get it together, cause they finna set that ass up.
Say-So P knew somebody was after him right before his death. Look how distressed he was looking.
Yeah, cause they was in the club with him. I've been trying to tell y'all that he sure was looking strange, cause he was in there with what is Heavy Camp? Yeah, not Heavy Camp. Bread Gang. Hell, was that YOGOTTI? He sure was nervous, one of y'all. Oh yeah, he was nervous. He had all that bread game in there. I told y'all he had all them hitters in there. Didn't I tell y'all that?
Say-So P knew somebody was after him right before his death. Look how distressed he was looking.
Oh yeah, he sure did. Is that Gotti next to him? Hell, if Gotti was in there, that's all. Was Gotti up? Was that Gotti next to him? I need to stop this. Hold on. Oh, he was nervous, y'all. Oh, wow. I sure hate that. Cause old boy set him up.
Say-So P knew somebody was after him right before his death. Look how distressed.
Is that? Dang it! I'm trying to stop it, y'all. If I stop it right here, y'all gonna say no, but I need to. No, that ain't here. He ain't got no C's on. I hope that hairline back there, ain't it? That hairline back there, ain't it? Don't he have a 50-yard line hairline? Ain't that? Oh, that's the 30-yard line. Ain't that a 30-yard line hair? Lord. Y'all, that hairline way back there. Hey, Carrie. Y'all, that hairline way back here. Is that Gotti? Ain't that hairline back here? And the forehead right up here? They got it. That's him, ain't it? Gotti was up in there? Oh, boy, yeah, he was set up, baby. You damn sure was. Oh, yeah, I sure hate that for him, because he was feeling it. He was trying to buy snakes. And Sauce back there behind him.
Say-So P knew somebody.
But is that Gotti next to him?
Look how distressed he was looking. Oh, yeah, he was set up, y'all.
Fee, what you say, Big Pressure? What? I look down and see Big Pressure. What? I'm trying to get to it on this phone. What Big Pressure done said? Fee what? Damn it. David Watkins. Pressure. Fee, you reaching. That didn't look. What part am I reaching? That they don't look like Gotti with his hairline on the 30-yard line? Or they set him up? Which one am I reaching? Yeah, every time I see his forehead, I get mad. Which one? That he don't look distraught? I'm trying to stop it so you can see. What you say I'm tripping on? I'm stretching. I'm reaching now.
Staso P knew somebody was after him right before his death. Look how distressed he was looking.
It was Danjo, a boss man Danzo. They part of CMG. What you mean? Black screen be like a Goofy. If you want me to have something other than a black screen, you can donate to my Cash App. Okay? I ain't never seen you here before. You want to stay or you ready to go? Huh? Which one you want? Because I don't know you. And what you not going to do is come over here talking that thick. It's Friday night. Laquita right here. So, what we doing? Oh, so is that his little twin brother? Patricia said, "Get your ass out of there." Goofy. Yeah, you don't know where you at, little boy, a little girl, or whatever you are. That goofy shit. Yeah. Now, what? I mean, I'm just asking. You know, if you ain't contributing, you don't have a voice, and you ain't gonna come talking no noise. That's strike 2. Let's go. Yeah, but okay, so Pressure, do he look spooked? Do he look like he done got a phone call and they say, "I see you," and he trying to see where they at? Oh, yeah. David said, "Wrong turn." Yeah, I don't know. Condolences to Say So P. I feel like you were set up, you know, and what in the heck? She said, "I'm trying to go." Back up. Oh, Lord. Y'all people don't know when to just leave. Y'all need to just learn how to...
Like I'm practically scared of. So y'all gonna do whatever he say or whatever because y'all don't want no smoke with him because he a top dog.
What in the world is going on with these people? What? Is this beat up Friday? What is this?
But it's just like, stop trying to make it seem like I'm just out here just getting packed out for no reason. Let's be real, bro. Like, this is the truth and it's making y'all hood look bad. I'm not saying the whole rolling 60s is rapist and all that because there's certain niggas from there that I was like this with. And there's certain niggas from there that I'm cool with. It's just a few particular niggas that do weird shit, touching on kids and raping bitches and shit.
Oh.
Let's be real. And it's like, yeah, they top dogs, so y'all not gonna believe them. I don't care about what the next person send it.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, lady.
I really don't.
Oh, man. What in the world is going on? Y'all, it's a lot. It's just too much going on. Lord have, oh Lord, we need a healing. Okay, bye. Okay, y'all say bye. Say bye to Goofy Head. Yeah, Goofy Funky Mouth. Goofy, funky mouth. Your mouth is funky. You don't know what to say. Y'all wave bye. Get your ass on up out of here. We tried. Strike 3, your monkey ass is out. You don't even get timed out. You have been deleted. Bye. Your ugly self. Ugly. Ooh, I know your mama mad that she laid around like that. Had an ugly ass child.
Rittenhouse, after he killed 2 people in cold blood, he raised...
Yeah, we gonna talk about this.
Wait a minute. The officer who killed Michael Brown, he raised almost $2 million. So don't...
Host debate over black people raising money for CARMELOANTHONY.
Who didn't start a fight, who didn't threaten nobody, who was sitting where he could have right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked. He defends himself, and then all of a sudden, he's in jail for murder. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind...
You right about that, Big Pressure.
Folks stand behind yours.
Okay, let me
that
be
young
clear.
brother was attacked.
I know you're yelling because you really get worked up when you're lying. But let me say, let me say very clear.
But if it's justified.
Us killing
but we defend ourselves,
now,
it's murder.
Let
Kyle Rittenhouse, after he killed 2 people in cold blood, he raised over...
Let me tell you what let me hush. It's coming, y'all.
Michael Brown, he raised almost $2 million. So don't tell me that when black folks decide to put money and support behind a young brother who didn't start a fight, who didn't threaten nobody, who was sitting where he could have right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked, he defends himself, and then all of a sudden he's in jail for murder. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind ours like you white folks stand behind yours.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I might as well stop putting it off because we gonna go there today. We gonna go there, you know. And let me tell you what this kind of disturbs me about it. You know, I have my opinion, but you know, as much as we see stuff going on in Memphis, I'm not just going to pick on Memphis, but I talk about Memphis a lot, you know, and we see a lot of unjustifiable black-on-black crime. And, you know, I don't see as much, you know, debate about this situation like I've been seeing about black on black. Shooting and stabbing, I mean, kids, babies, drive-bys, all of that, you know. Innocent people going to jail, getting out, you know, no protest, no opinion about it, no discussions, no debates about none of that. Why? And then when we see this situation, some of the same people, African-American people have the nerve, the gall and the audacity to act as if this young man, after somebody put their hands on them, because see, we see black on black crime when ain't nobody done nothing, and we turn the other way, go on about our lovely little day. I don't know how to process that. And we as a race of people, we'll kill each other. Hell, and don't nobody touch them. They can look at you wrong. They can ignore you. You can ask them for $1 to get, and you don't give it to them, and you know, and we don't debate about it. We don't talk about it. I have a problem with that. So let me go on, move on over to that because you know I gotta go there. I just don't get it. And then I listened to that attorney cat. You know, he be having half of the story. I get that. And he only have the information that he have at the time when he created his upload. But he said some things that I kind of identify with. So I'm gonna listen to this right here. Let's go, y'all.
17-year-old accused of fatally stabbing a Texas student athlete during a track meet allegedly admitted to the crime. Now, he also asked officers if his actions could be considered self-defense. That is according to a newly released arrest report. On Wednesday morning, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, a junior at Memorial High School in Frisco, Texas, was killed at a track meet. Police said a student from Centennial High School.
See, I just don't like that. That's kind of like when the scratching, people be scratching, you know, and they be roasting, and people respond. It's like, can't nobody tell me how to defend myself. Can't nobody tell me how to fight. Can't nobody tell me how to scratch back. If you can't handle, see, but he was a star football. I just, that part of it, I do not like. And the reality of it is, if it would have been reversed, they would not be defending the actions if the black child would have put his hands on Austin. None of that crap that's coming out y'all mouth will be coming out of theirs. And that is the reality. They would not be coming up with these same lame excuses that the African American men who don't teach their kids to turn the other cheek and walk away. But we gonna go there. We gonna be honest. That is not what y'all teach those kids, and that is not what they see y'all do in road rage or anything. Somebody look at y'all, bump you, step on y'all toe, y'all cut a damn rug. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You don't put your hands on nobody. I don't give a damn. And then when I found out it was raining hell and all he was trying to do was get out the rain. No, I ain't gonna. And then mama saying he always takes control, and he always he was gonna punk the black kid with his brother standing right there. And if we gonna act like that wasn't the case, then but we gonna go there. Let's listen.
Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the chest during a fight. Anthony was arrested, now charged with first-degree murder, and is being held in the Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond. Our Fox 4 Dallas team has been covering all of the information here. Alex Boyer has the latest.
In that 7-page arrest warrant affidavit, several witnesses, including Metcalf's twin brother, describe how that deadly encounter went down. It also revealed that the suspect reportedly admitted to a Frisco police officer that he stabbed Metcalf.
My son is gone, and I don't really have words. I've tried to figure out what I was going to say, but He's just going to be so missed.
The pain is still raw for the Metcalf family after 17-year-old Austin Metcalf was killed on Wednesday morning at a UIL District 11-5A track meet in Frisco.
That dude was extremely smart, always in the box. He just came to it real easy and just him playing football as well just made him just a great person overall.
Here's what happened according to witnesses and the police report. Metcalf got into an argument with the suspect, 17-year-old KARMELOANTHONY, over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent.
He always was one to step up and be the
He was always the one to step up. So he was always the bully. He was always the one to step up. Okay, that's what your mama said.
the person that would do the right thing.
What's the right thing? The right thing was to make the black guy move. He's always the one to step up and do the right thing. So this is what you taught your son to do. To go to somebody and tell them to move. Yeah, let me back that up. I need to hear that again.
Metcalf got into an argument with the suspect, 17-year-old KARMELOANTHONY, over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent.
He always was one to step up and be the person that would do the right thing. And he was doing the right thing by saying to this gentleman that you're not supposed to be in this tent. This is because they have personal items there.
Anthony opened his bag and reached inside and said to Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens." Metcalf reportedly grabbed Anthony and told him to move.
He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. It was just a tragedy what happened.
That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and
so he knew he wasn't supposed to be there, and your brother didn't know he wasn't supposed to touch him. Or did your brother know he wasn't supposed to? So how you know he knew he wasn't supposed to be there, but your brother did not know he was not supposed to put his hands on him? Yeah, let's go.
Once before running away. When Anthony was taken into custody by a Frisco police officer, Anthony reportedly confessed to the crime, saying, "He put his hands on me. I told him not to," adding that, "I was protecting myself," and then asked the police officer, "Is he going to be okay?" Metcalf died in his brother's arms.
I'm not at that point to forget, but eventually I will. But I pray for his family. I pray that they understand what we're going through as well.
This whole community.
I totally understand what you're going through.
Around us, and if I could say anything to the nation, I would say,
condolences to you and your family. Rest in peace. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. You should have kept your hands to yourself.
to make sure that you just hug your babies tight. And you don't know when the last time you get to do it.
In a statement released by the Metcalf family this afternoon, they say their focus is now on laying Austin to rest. Meanwhile, I can tell you that Anthony remains in the Collin County Jail on a $1 million bond. Alex Boyer, Fox 4 News.
Alex, thank you so much. Now, our Fox 4 Dallas team, as I mentioned, has been covering all of this from the get-go. They had a one-on-one conversation with Austin's father.
Well, it started with a call from his football coach who was not at the track meet and said,
yeah, I'm going to skip this because the next one I'm going to cover is going with his drunk ass.
On the track and field.
Free. So God had a plan for me. So I was able to watch and be blessed so much but having both my sons are amazing. My other son is just crushed. And I feel for him now, and he'll never track meet.
About Austin, if you want people to know how he'll be remembered, is there anything else that you haven't shared?
I mean, it's hard right now. My thoughts are all over the place, to be honest. I mean, there's so many great things about him. I could probably sit here for 3 hours and go on and on and on.
Yeah, let me go to the other one, because in the other when I heard him say something, I heard him totally avoid something that it was interesting. Where it was interesting to me that he intentionally avoided. Let's listen to the attorney. Let's listen to the criminal attorney.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers here on CLR, that's Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Originally created by our content genius, our former content genius, Michael Rivers.
Oh, y'all kill me with they were, oh my God. Oh my God. Why are y'all, oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot deal with the hypocritical responses. This is killing me. It is killing me. It's killing me. Oh my God. So he was wrong for defending himself. He was wrong for having a knife. Would y'all rather him have had a gun? I mean, would y'all have rather him have a gun? Did y'all see that fight the other day, yesterday in Memphis with when them high school girls or junior high school girls was fighting, I mean, whooping, spanking ass, and then one of them got shot in the head? I mean, y'all, I don't know. I do not know not one African-American person who has not taught their kids if somebody hit them, defend themselves, whether it's hit them back. My mama used to say hit them back or pick up a brick and try to knock them out. I mean, I don't, different people tell kids different stuff, but for some reason in these schools, these situations, things happen. They happen, and I don't know if any of y'all have went to any mixed schools where there are a lot of non-African American students there who think they run shit, but yeah, but y'all killing me. Y'all killing me with that. They both are wrong. Yeah, what? Y'all, come on, man. That is not what y'all teach y'all kids. Oh, come on, man.
And this started out as a father-son project, and now it's a creative way
for
my daughter's tuition.
Yeah, okay, let me move past that.
And she has some questions about illegal, or even if you do.
Let me move
for
past
$49,
that.
So it's a relatively sponsor of the channel. Frisco Independent School District Stadium in Frisco, Texas, during a track and field event, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf died after another student.
It was rough.
In the bleachers.
Are so fucking. Listen,
realize how precious life is.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all know me, hey, Reflections of Kimberly, hey, everybody that I missed. Okay, listen. I was raised, my first 14, 15 years of life was in the hood of Oak Cliff, where YELLABEEZY and Mo 3, now YELLABEEZY killed Roy Lee to say he was from the Cliff. Yeah. Like it's a badge of honor. but the cliff ain't no joke. Okay, depending on what part of the cliff you from. But so I was, my first 15 years was, was from the cliff. So my mom moved north, for betterment at that time, thinking that I was going to avoid fighting and all the crime of the hood. So she thought. Now I don't know why she didn't think that those kids was gonna be bussed from Highland Hills, South Oak Cliff, Roosevelt. I don't know why she didn't think that. But hell, they asses was bussed. So once we went north in them white schools and shit, they brought that crap with them. I saw more fighting, more stabbings, more drugs, and all of that in them white schools where the black kids was bussed than I probably would have seen just being in the hood. And I'm gonna keep that just REAL. But them non-African American kids are very entitled. Very entitled. So I don't know if my reaction is triggering some of the things that I remember. I don't know. But he felt entitled to put his hands on him. And that's why the cat said, touch me and see what happened. Some shit came out his mouth. Some things was said to make him feel threatened. Watch and see, don't it come out. Let's go.
Permanency about, teens being able to see the consequences of their actions. This is just acting out without regard. So the suspect is a guy by the name of Carmelo Anthony, and he's been charged with first-degree murder. Let's just kind of.
He has remorse. He has empathy.
A teenager accused of stabbing a student athlete at a track meet told officers as he was being taken into custody that he did it in self-defense.
Austin Metcalf was killed this week at that Frisco track meet. New documents detail what happened before and after 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony allegedly pulled a knife from his backpack and stabbed him. Fox 4's Alex Boyer joining.
So what do we got here? We got a black kid killing a white kid. And so there's a racial component in Frisco, Texas.
In Frisco.
When you have self-defense, we'll get into the elements of self-defense in a second. That is a good defense. Self-defense is a defense.
Bay joining us now live with the latest. Alex.
Hey guys, and in that 7-page arrest,
y'all please come in hitting the like button.
Including Metcalf's twin brother, describe how that deadly encounter went down. The suspect then reportedly admitted to a Frisco police officer who detained him that he had stabbed Metcalf.
One of the things I like about cases like this is there's really no dispute as to what happened, right? There's no dispute that I had a knife and I stabbed this guy, okay? There is a dispute as to exactly how it happened and what does it mean legally. Self-defense, number one, you can't start the fight. You can't start a fight and then avail yourself of self-defense. So if I punch you in the face, I lose my right to claim self-defense. Number two, the force that you use has to be proportional. You can't use a firearm when somebody is hitting you with a feather. I mean, obviously that's an extreme example, but you get what I mean. And then you also, if you're able, and the defense has to put forth some showing of it. So it's initially the defense's burden to put up some evidence of self-defense. But once the judge grants that self-defense instruction, guess whose burden it is to prove that it wasn't? It is the state's job to prove, and their burden to prove that it wasn't self-defense.
Here's what happened according to witnesses and the police report. Metcalf got into an argument with the suspect, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, over a seating dispute in the bleachers. Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent.
He always was one to step up and be the
bully.
Would do the right thing.
The bully.
And he was doing the right thing by saying to this gentleman that You're not supposed to be in this tent.
Right. So you're saying that your son did the right thing, the adult thing. He stood up and he was being an adult. He took control of this situation, of the team's tent. He took it upon himself to be the aggressor. Thank you, Mama. Let's go.
Like, because they have personal items there.
Anthony opened
his he wasn't going toward none of their personal items.
Touch me and
yeah, he was not going toward that. So stop that.
Anthony opened his bag and reached inside and said to Metcalf, "Touch me and see what happens." Metcalf reportedly,
that's taunting. It's not starting the fight necessarily, but that's taunting.
Grabbed Anthony and told him to move.
He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. It's just a tragedy what happened.
That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away.
See, let me tell you why that's not totally correct. Because there was an argument. There was an argument. Words was being exchanged. And the young man responded so there was a threat. Let's go back. You leaving that out, Bruce. There was a threat. There was a threat, and that's why the Carmelo said, touch me and see what happens. That was a response to something that was being said. So there's a possibility that he said, you better get up and move or I'll move you. And his response probably was, touch me and see what happens. There was an argument. It wasn't that he just stood up and said, touch me and see what happens. No. But let's go.
Reportedly, that's taunting.
No.
It's not starting
okay, but
the
that's
fight
okay.
necessarily.
Yeah, let me go back.
Dispute in the bleachers. Metcalf told Anthony he needed to move from under the team's tent.
He always was one to step up and be the person that would do the right thing. And he was doing the right thing by saying to this gentleman,
no, it was a response to a threat.
Be in this tent. This is
you put your hands on me and see what happens.
Anthony opened his bag and reached
so at the point that he said that, the guy, Austin, whose mama said he always do the right thing or whatever she said, he should have said, you know what? I'm finna go get the police. You know what? I'm finna go get the coach. You know what? I'm finna do what my mom has taught me to do, and it's the right thing, because I always am the one who stands up and, you know, pokes my chest out. I'm finna go and get somebody to move you. That's what he should have done, since his mama said that he's always the one who do the right thing. Yeah, let's go.
Touch me and see what happens. Metcalf reportedly,
that's taunting.
Yeah, it's a response.
It's not starting the fight necessarily, but that's taunting.
Grabbed Anthony and told him to move.
He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. It's just a tragedy what happened.
That's when Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away. When Anthony was taken into custody by
why wouldn't you just fucking move? Honestly, why would you? It seems to me at first blush. Now
did he get off? Oh no, he's still in jail.
Reports. I haven't read all the,
She was about to say bully, David. She was about, I peeped that. I peeped that. She was about to say bully. Absolutely. Did I go back far enough?
Metcalf in the chest once before running away. When Anthony was taken
She definitely was about to say bully.
Honestly, that's
from under the team's tent.
He always was one to step up and be the person
bully.
That would do the right thing.
But first degree murder is wrong charge in this case. Absolutely.
This is because they have personal items there.
Anthony opened his bag and reached inside.
You know, Pressure, you know, I know you got to be trolling, because if somebody threatens me, my response This is why people need to keep their hands to themselves. This is why people need, if somebody is out of place, out of order, you go to the coach and let the adult handle it. Because if you say something to me that is a threat, and I say, oh, okay, try it and put your hands on me and see what happens. I am responding to your threat. And at the point that you threaten me, I'm going to handle my business. And this is what's killing me, because we acting like that ain't what we was taught to do. Somebody put their hands on you, you beat that motherfucker's ass. You do whatever you need to do. And 2 of them was standing there. 2. Not 1. 2. Oh, okay.
And said to Metcalf, touch me and see what happens. Metcalf reportedly...
That's taunting. It's not starting the fight necessarily, but that's taunting.
Grabbed Anthony and told him to move.
He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. It was just a tragedy.
It's the privilege of it all for me.
He pulled out a black knife and stabbed Metcalf in the chest once before running away. When Anthony was taken into custody by a...
Why wouldn't you just fucking move? Honestly. Why would you... It seems to me, at first blush, now I don't know this, I don't know, I haven't read all the...
Thank you, Kimberly.
I haven't read all the, I clearly
Thank you.
Discovery. But it seems to me, if it happened anywhere close to that, they're not going to get a self-defense instruction.
Frisco police officer...
Wait a minute. High alert said, I'm going to send you to the upper room. I'm going to send you to the upper room. Huh? Let's go.
Anthony reportedly confessed to the crime, saying he put his hands on me. I told him not to, adding that I was protecting myself, and then asked the police officer, is he going to be okay?
So what we have is, we don't have really an intention to commit a crime. And we have...
So no intention. Hold on. So for the people who was talking about premeditated, he came off and he said, I agree, high alert. He came off and said he did not have an intention to commit a crime. So people throwing out that premeditation, it's out the window. It was not premeditated. Now, what was more premeditated was the non-African American guy telling him what he gonna do if he don't move. Yeah. Hey, pearls of wisdom. So let's be clear. He said it was no...
If it happened anywhere close to that they're not going to get a self-defense instruction.
Frisco police officer Anthony reportedly confessed to the crime, saying he put his hands on me. I told him not to, adding that I was protecting myself, and then asked the police officer, is he going to be okay?
So what we have is, we don't have really an intention to commit a crime, and we have Metcalf closing the gap. And I always say whoever closes the gap is the one that loses the fight, because even though he's not, Metcalf isn't a security guard. Metcalf has got no business putting his hands on another student. What are you gonna? Because you're a fucking football player, you're gonna. I got bullied by football players when I was in high school. I was 5'7", 130 pounds, and these guys are all much bigger than me, and not a lot of love for bullies. And so you're gonna be a tough guy, and you're gonna grab this guy, and I'm gonna throw you out of here. And at the same time, Anthony knows what's going to happen, and he's bracing himself for it. He's standing his ground. Does he have the right to stand his ground? I don't know if it's a stand your ground state or not. I would suspect Texas is. But, these are dumb disputes. Because over what? Him sitting in the fucking tent? He shouldn't have stabbed him. No question about it. But shouldn't have put his hands on him either. Go get a fucking teacher. Go get a security guard. We live in a society where everybody is doing this knee-jerk bullshit where, oh, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you. And, you know, they do it on the road all the time. You see these road rage incidents that happen. This is just like that.
When this guy was just sitting in Ron's spot.
Joe drunk ass. Ugh.
And he winds up stabbing my son in the heart and killing him. It's unfortunate. But he's gonna have to answer for those consequences. And I hope justice is served.
Yeah, is that, you know, and I know Hunter probably, everything happened so quickly. I mean, is that what he kind of told you what happened? That, I mean, did you know Austin to have any enemies? Did Austin know this person?
No, they have no contact with this person ever before. I can tell you what happened. I know firsthand. I wasn't there, but I talked to my son. And everything, I know exactly how it all transpired.
And kids don't lie. Ooh, they don't lie, ever.
Track meet. Many high schools were there. It started to rain, and they had their own little tent for Memorial, and they were sitting there. And some
Anthony's trying to get out of the rain. That's why he was sitting under the tent. And
someone was behind him, mouthing off, and he turned around and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." He said, "Well, you don't belong here. You don't go to Memorial." He had a Centennial.
Who was mouthing off? Hold on, who was mouthing off?
This ain't your off, and he turned around and said, "Who are you?" My son. And everything, I know exactly how it all transpired.
Who was mouthing off?
Frisco High School track meet. Many high schools were there. It started to rain, and they had their own little tent for Memorial, and they were sitting there. And some
Anthony's trying to get out of the rain. That's why he was sitting under the tent. And
someone was behind him, mouthing off, and he turned around and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." He said, "Well, you don't belong here. You don't go to Memorial." He had a Centennial tracksuit on. And he said, "You need to leave. This ain't your spot." And some words were discussed. I'm not going to say on camera because...
So, hold on. So, he said he was mouthing off. He was sitting behind him. It wasn't a problem. I don't know what he mean mouthing off because he wasn't talking to him. He was sitting behind him. He was probably whoever was running or whatever was happening. He turned around and asked him who was he. So Anthony wasn't even talking to him. He turned around, said, "Who are you?" And then he said, "You need to get from over here." Because this is what my mama taught me to do when somebody is, you know, whatever. I'm going to turn around and address you and tell you to get your ass from over here. Okay, let's go.
He said, "Make me." He said, someone was behind him, mouthing off, and he turned around and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." He said, "Well, you don't belong here. You don't go to Memorial." He had a Centennial tracksuit on. And he said, "You need to leave. This ain't your spot." And some words were discussed. I'm not going to say on camera he asked him to leave and basically said, "Make me."
So them words, how much we want to bet? Who pressure? How much you want to bet the words that he don't want to repeat was calling him the N-word? How much we want to bet that N-word came out of the Frisco kid's mouth? He cussed him out and he called him the N-word. So your son was saying some things that you don't want to repeat. Yeah. Why you don't want to repeat them, Daddy?
And someone was behind him, mouthing off, and he turned around and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." He said, "Well, you don't belong here. You don't go to Memorial." He had a Centennial tracksuit on. And he said, "You need to leave. This ain't your spot." And some words were discussed. I'm not going to say on camera he asked him to leave and basically said, make me. And then he wound up stabbing him in the heart and killing him.
See, right here.
All over
Right there. How in, Lord, I'm finna have to sit up. Yeah, I knew that I had saw something. Now, how in the hell his daddy sit up here and said he know everything that happened. He was not there, but his other son told him everything that happened. You just recanted. You left out the bad words that was being said. And tell me, Mr. Metcalf, how in the hell did you forget to mention that your son before he was stabbed, put his hands on Carmelo? How did you forget to say that? Did I miss it with my good ear? Did you just say that did you mention that your son put his, so you're a liar, that means your son is a liar too. Because you're not honest. You deceitfully omitted that. But let me run it back and see if I missed it. And if I missed it, I will apologize. But let me see if I missed it. Maybe you said, yeah, some of the words that was being discussed irritated Austin so much that he moved his hand. He said, that's disgusting for you to say that, Mello. And I only put my hands on him to make him move because what he was saying was disgusting. Maybe I missed that. Let's hear it.
And he said, you need to leave. This ain't your spot. And some words were discussed. I'm not going to say on camera because he asked him to leave and basically said, make me. And then he wound up stabbing him in the heart and killing him.
Oh, so he intentionally left it out. He created his own narrative. Just like the mama created her own narrative. And the other son that's alive who said that, oh, he knew he was wrong and shouldn't have been there. And Austin knew that he shouldn't have put his hands on him. Just like his daddy don't want to admit it either. The mama nor the other brother who's given the account of what happens wants to say that he put his hands on him and then he stabbed it. Why would you leave that out? On purpose. You just skipped right on over that. Because daddy definitely is not going to say his son was wrong. Yeah. It's the intent. You know, just like how Carmelo owned it. He said, yes, I did it. I was defending myself. He put his hands on me. You couldn't do that, sir. You could not admit that your son put his hands on him first. That is a problem. The lips of a liar. Absolutely.
All over someone sitting in the wrong spot at a track meet.
Right. All right. All because your son decided to tell him he was sitting in the wrong spot and he tried to move him. Why is that not coming out of your mouth, sir? All because somebody was sitting in the wrong spot and it irritated your son, sir, so much that he put his hands on somebody to move them. He had a knife for protection. I guess, I don't know. Somebody said cutting tape or something for track or I don't know. I do not know. But you ask me why I have a knife. It's for protection. It's for if somebody get out of line and try to cause me some harm. And before I get whatever I can get to first, well, the knife already be half-ass cocked. It's do I need to show y'all? Hold on. It be half-ass cocked. It be pre-cocked. It be pre-cocked so that it will not cut me if it's in my pocket or my it be pre-cocked right like that in my pocket or in my sweat, whatever. So if I feel the need, all I have to do is pull it out of my pocket and then I pop it. And then there it goes, right here. Yeah. Yeah. I can get to it quicker. So when I have it on me, it's like this. Sometimes it's in my bra. Yeah, I sure do. That's why, for protection. Okay? I mean, I don't know why we acting like we not living in a day and time where you gotta have something. I mean, come on now. For real? Oh, are we gonna act like that? This is the day and time where these kids have switches on guns as 13, 14 years old. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We are not going to fake the funk like that.
I don't blame his parents. I don't blame him. But they all will suffer too. Well, it started with a call from his football coach who was not at the track meet and said, imagine, I mean, I'm just shocked that this father is as composed as he is. And being as generous with his version of the facts as he is. I think Austin has been stabbed. And I said, where at? And he said, GUCCIMANE Stadium. I said, I'm on my way. So I drove up there, went through a load of police officers, and was able to see my son.
Tick and turn. Vicky said tick and turn. Baby, the son and dad is a damn lie. Yeah.
I had to find not something any parent wants to see.
I agree.
Death of a child is the worst thing you could possibly go through.
That poor young man
they're twins.
to be harassed a lot to have a knife. I agree. I agree.
Get him under control as best we could.
I felt like that too.
Loaded him up in my car and we drove to the hospital as quickly as possible.
Condolences to you, sir.
And when the doctors came in and said that he didn't make it, it was tough. My son took it extremely
At a school function.
And imagine losing your twin. You know, it's your twin brother. I mean, who's closer to you than your twin brother? It's your fucking flesh and blood. You know, and this young kid, I mean, they're gonna try him as an adult.
Oh yeah, I know that there was a threat.
They're gonna try him.
I know it was a threat.
Life in prison without parole. I'm still in shock, to be honest. I mean, I'm just, I'm numb. So it really hasn't hit
If he was looking for a fight, he wouldn't have had to go into his bag, y'all. It'd have been on him. See me, mine be on me, but I'm grown. But even as a kid, if whatever I would have had, it would have been on me. So he had to go in his bag to get it out. So he didn't start out with it on him. There was a confrontation. Some words was exchanged. His son threatened to move him. And Carmelo said, you put your hands on me, you touch me, or whatever. Well, however he said it, or watch it, don't. And he went in and reached. They didn't believe he had nothing in their bag. He told them, don't do that. I asked him not to touch me. And Texas is a stand your ground. And that's just, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It is a shame that it happened. I'm sorry, but don't put your hands on me. I mean, we come on, y'all. We see people fighting and tussling and shit, reaching for the police guns and tasers. But when the police go to touch them, first thing to come out our mouth is, hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Yeah, but don't touch me. Yeah, we hear that all the time. Don't touch me. Knowing they ain't wrong, his 2 left feet. And still gonna say, yeah, don't touch me. You heard what I said, don't touch me. I don't know what that is with us. But we ain't gonna act like, cause this situation happened, that ain't something that we say and do. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. No. And Texas is a stand your ground. Hell, if Trayvon Martin died over some damn Skittles and they used stand your ground, and this boy, your son, that you don't want to say because you know that when you say my son initiated it by putting his hands on him, your son initiated it by turning around and saying something to him because he was not talking to your son. So your son called himself checking him, then demanding that he leave, and then threatened to put his hands on him with his twin brother standing right there next to him. And he wasn't supposed to go in there and get nothing to protect himself after he said, don't put your hands, don't touch me. You know your son was wrong. And that's the truth to the matter right there. Did you see the video of the witness saying the 2 white boys wasn't even under the tent Carmelo was under? No. But okay, where am I finna go? Oh, okay, it's something else I need to go to. Oh, wait a minute.
My mom had died.
Cause it's
she didn't have any symptoms until it was too late. And
hold on.
I'm numb, so it really hasn't hit me. I pray that, you know, maybe there's changes made as far as security or things like that, and maybe we can learn from this and try to turn it in tragedy into something positive. What a remarkable poise.
Oh, you love him.
Father, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you love him.
I've already forgiven the person who stabbed him. God's going to take care of everything. God's taking care of my son. I kissed him. When I kissed him goodbye for the last time, I told him it's not. I shout out to, just like he know his son is wrong. He gonna stick with him though. I mean, come on now. And it's blowing my mind that we
knowing that his son put his hands on Carmelo first. His son approached Carmelo verbally first, and then he put his hands on him. We still gonna say he was wrong. He was wrong. How in the is he wrong when his son, he know his son put his hands on him? He don't want to say it. So you said, I forgive him. You forgive him. Thank you, Lord, that that's in you. But you know it wouldn't have happened had your son not put his hands on him. You know it wouldn't have happened. Because at the point that Carmelo said, touch me, he was responding. And see what happened. Your son should have turned and walked away and went and got the coach. The reality of it is that Carmelo was standing his ground. He didn't do anything to attack or be aggressive with his son. And I'm not going to make excuses for it. Would I rather him not have a gun, a knife, and felt that that was a way to protect himself? Yeah, I wish that was not the case. However, he did not start it. He didn't start it verbally or physically. So now they're saying, well, if he wouldn't have been on a school ground or a school event, So if he was at a park somewhere on a bench, and somebody told him to move, or he could stand his ground there, but you can't stand your ground at a track meet. Get the fuck out of here. Wherever a person is aggressive with you, it's where you stand your ground. That's where you stand your ground. I'm not going to say, okay, let's walk outside so I can stand my ground. No. No. You're not going to touch me. You know, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Teach your kids to not put your hands on nobody. Now, although my mama would tell me, us, to pick up whatever, and I don't know why her choice was a brick. Back in the day, you pick up a brick and you don't stop, you know. That was her thing. But what came along with that with my bad ass, because, all I needed was a reason, and I went in. And as a kid, my thing was, well, mama, they was talking about my mama, and as a reason for me to start the fight. I got my ass whooped for starting it. Now, I know she was ignorant and saying pick up a brick. She also said, but whatever you do, don't start no fight. But if they put their hands on you, you pick up whatever you can. And you beat the fuck out of them. And she meant that. And she would say, as long as you didn't start it, I will have your back. But don't you go over there putting your hands on nobody. And that was our house rule. You cannot start a fight. But if somebody pick one with you, you beat they motherfucking ass. You pick up a brick and you bust that head wide open. And she meant that. And that's how I feel. You can't tell nobody how to stand their ground when you have been aggressive with them. When you started it with your mouth. And when his mouth didn't move him, he went to put his hands on him. Nigga, I'll move you. Yeah. Let's keep going. And if y'all don't think that that's how it goes down in Frisco with black people and white people, y'all in for a rude awakening. That's why he feels entitled not to say his son put his hands on him. He skipped, jumped, rope, and hopped right on past that and went to, he stabbed him over a seat that your son demanded that he move. I know it's everywhere, but I'm talking about in this town.
Last time I saw my
Keep your hands to yourself.
And I held it for about a minute. And that was the last time I touched him. When he kissed his... Big pressure. Let somebody, you know, I don't know where you from, I do, but aggressive force is kill to be killed. You threaten me, I don't know what you're gonna do. And that's just the date and time that it is right now. So I don't know if you in La La Land. I don't know. It's dangerous teaching. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's worse now than it was back in the day. And if I knew back in the day to keep your hands to yourself, then I'm sorry. He didn't tell his son to keep his hands to himself because somebody may kill you by putting your hands on them. His daddy and mama should have told him that. Somebody will kill you by putting your hands on them. And in the state of Texas, they have every right to if you put your hands on them. So, if you don't want somebody to aggressively take your life, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Because you're not going to tell me how to stand my ground. We can't tell them how to stand their ground. You're not going to tell me how to stand mine. Keep your hands to yourself. And the sad thing about it is Carmelo Anthony, he is remorseful. I told him don't touch me. I hope he be okay. But he wasn't finna punk me. He wasn't finna do that. Keep your hands to yourself. And if the shoe was on the other foot and Carmelo put his hands on him, the whole outcry, even you black men saying, oh, all of them around, you would have been saying, oh, well, he should have touched him. Y'all kill me. Y'all hypocrites. Y'all hypocrites. Son's forehead, kissed him goodbye. You know, I bet you that last kiss of his.
Now he feeling when he lost his son. Man, go on.
I guarantee it did.
I just have to trust in God and my faith to pull us through. I don't understand his plan.
Absolutely. It was fearful when Scooter was going to school. You know, then you have to be hearing like, he got to get tough. He, you know, somebody, and then he having to be worried about, you know, well, let's make sure you can fight. Or let's, you know, Yeah, but the reality of it is, even with a good kid, you have to tell them. You have to tell them that everybody ain't nice. Everybody ain't respectful. Everybody don't have the same morals you do. So what are you going to do if somebody come to you aggressively? What are you going to do? Because everybody ain't raised in your house. So you have to prepare the kids for what's out there in the motherfucking streets. Because it ain't nice. It is not nice. So what? You gonna let them get killed? You gotta, it's just like you have to drive for other people. You have to protect your kids for other people. Keep your hands to yourself. Give a fuck who you are. Where you at? These kids ain't normal kids. So I'm not gonna make excuses for that. It's a dangerous world out there. These kids are not normal. So what? I'm not supposed to say, okay, oh Lord, you know? Oh Lord. I had to deal with Scooter recently. I mean, right around the time that Get Money, Lil Ronnie in Fort Worth, Stop 6, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh, you really need to stay out of Fort Worth. It is not the time for you to be going over there. I was so worried. He a good kid. But hell, drive-bys and shit like that don't care nothing about being a good kid. So now I'm up here altering because I don't want him in Fort Worth. No, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. And I mean, you do whatever you need, whatever. And that's just where I'm at. And Lord, I may be wrong. But that's just what that is. Don't go looking for no trouble. No. And don't run for none either unless they got a gun or a clip. But he told him, don't touch me. You know, and I'm really kind of offended with these African American men not under, because it ain't like Carmelo Anthony is a thug kid. No.
Trial and tribulations. But I do hope for justice. I do hope for justice. Because this is unacceptable.
You know, it makes me sick. It reminds me of my mama. She used to always say, they make the rules and they break the rules. You want justice for your son. May he rest in peace. But your son broke the law. He put his hands on him. And Texas is a stand your ground. And you don't want to admit that your son, because if Carmelo would have did that to your son and your son would have stabbed him, the first thing you would have been saying, Mr. Metcalf, is he stood his ground. He was protecting himself. He was aggressive. My son didn't say anything to him. He wasn't bothering him. And Carmelo Anthony turned around and said something, get your whatever. So that's what he would have been saying if Carmelo Anthony would have been the aggressor. So how dare us make excuses for the laws in place to stand your ground if somebody put their hands on you and is the aggressor? How dare you make excuses for it? When a white man, a white child, put his hands on a black one, and the black one stood his ground, and you saying he wrong. The fuck out of here. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Absolutely not.
Immediately taken into
Absolutely not.
Know who did this. They are charging him with murder. I mean, how does that make you feel that police immediately got
Absolutely no.
I feel sorry for that individual because he's now made a mistake that's going to cost him the rest of his life. The hard part that cost me is I lost my son, and his brother was holding him, trying to hold the blood in, and he passed. My son watched his brother die in his arms. At a track meet. At a track meet. You come armed to a track meet.
I don't give a fuck
where we are.
if it was at a school function. It could have been at the church house. Precious. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop making it be like it's at a school function. It could have been at church. You don't think my knife go with me to church? You crazy as hell. Somebody put their hands on me and I don't have a gun on me and all I have is a knife. I don't give a fuck if it's at church. Don't put your hands on me. My knife is coming out. And don't let it be two people standing up there in my face talking noise. And I'm saying, y'all better listen. Don't touch me. And they touch me. I don't care. I don't care if it's at a school function. I don't care where it's at. I don't give a shit. The golden rule is keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me. And the minute you touch me, it's on and popping. Okay? Okay? And that's just what that, and I don't care if it's a school function, the school choir, Easter program. I don't give a shit where it's at. Don't touch me.
From the suspect. I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During this time, the suspect said virtually out loud, "I was protecting myself." It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment, obviously, because it's something I didn't question him because he hadn't been Mirandized yet. I asked him if he had any weapons, and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence, and I did not locate any.
What law did he break, Pressure? What law did Carmelo break? Where is there a law saying he can't have a knife? What law? What law? What penal code is he can't have a knife? What law? What law did he break by having a knife? What is the law? I need to know this law that you cannot have a knife for protection. What law is that? Hell, I'm breaking it. So, what law is that? What law is that? I need to know what that law is. I almost broke it one time going through the metal detector at the airport. What is the law he broke, Pressure? You moving the goalposts. You said they all three broke that law. What law did he break before somebody put his hands on him? What law says that he cannot have a knife? What is the name of that law? Because it was in his backpack sitting there minding his own business, just like he was sitting there minding his own business, and it did not come out until somebody put their hands on him. What law he break? What is the name of that law? I need that law. I need to know that law, baby. What's the name of a law of someone under 18 having a knife? What's the name of that law? That's how you feel. No kid under 18 should have possession of a knife. What is that law? You making it up as you go. You making it up as you go. Y'all, because listen, I saw Mr. Metcalf out in the wilderness teaching his son how to shoot. So was he not supposed to be shooting a gun under 18? He didn't have a gun. Pressure, what the hell you mean check your gun laws? We're talking about a knife. Now you who, baby, did he just, y'all, Pressure just moved the goalpost, y'all. He just moved the goalpost. I said a knife. He said check the gun laws. What did I say? Anything about the gun laws? 10-year-olds have bang bangs. Absolutely. No, I said a knife. It didn't become deadly. It didn't become a deadly weapon until he put his hands on him. You use a knife to put butter on your bread. A knife is not a deadly weapon. It's only it became a deadly weapon when that boy put his hands on him. Before that, it was in his backpack. He from a couple of places, but he's very familiar with Memphis. So how dare him? This is why Pressure is getting this aggression. This is why I'm calling him a hypocrite, because we all know what we see all the time in Memphis. And it don't be no knife. It damn sure don't be no knife. And very seldom is it a pistol. He know better. Absolutely. Absolutely, he know better. He dang sure know better.
Rid of the knife. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which
he done said what I needed. I don't know what
towards an area where there was no opening on the fence. I mean, you got to
keep your hands to yourself.
Who said, "Okay, I did this, but I was trying to protect myself." While walking him off the track,
it's sad. He wasn't running. He did everything he was supposed to do.
The suspect in the handcuffs and handcuffed him behind his back and then had him sit down on the ground. Officers had arrived on the scene at this time. I conducted another pat down of his person and then searched his person after he gave me consent. No weapons were located.
It wasn't nothing about that premeditated. Let me see this other one. It was one more I needed to watch in regards to this. Wasn't nothing about that premeditated. He did not start it. He did not initiate it. I'm sorry that he's going through that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that Austin felt the need to be aggressive, like his mama almost slipped up and said that he was the bully of the family. Yeah, she almost said it. She almost said it. And okay, this one right here.
Back now for what's trending in truth.
Okay, y'all. Where my likes at? I'm finna get ready to go. Y'all playing with my likes tonight. After this, I'm gonna go, y'all. Let y'all think about them likes. Y'all play with me. I'm gonna play with you. Now, I like this one. I wanted to end on this one. because at the judge, he was at the point, you know, he really hate to have to say, yeah, you know, Texas is a stand your ground, and you know, although he shouldn't have stabbed him, he shouldn't have put his hands on him. And then when he said, let me tell you what the kicker was. All he was trying to do was get out the rain. Once he realized it was raining, and he said that was the reason why he was under there. His whole demeanor, you know, there's no way that you can make him the angry black kid, the aggressive. He was just trying to get out of the rain and sit up under the tent. And then he went to being remorseful with the dad because he's lost a son. But he said Carmelo was standing his ground. Dude should have kept his hands to himself. I wish he would have kept his hands to himself. I wish that he would have went to the coach and said, this cat. So with the mom, even the mom trifling, saying, oh, they had belongings there. Where Carmelo was sitting behind your son. Your son was sitting where I guess where their belongings and stuff was. He didn't pose a threat, ma'am. Y'all trying to justify why your son was the aggressor. And Carmelo was merely trying to get up under the tent near him to get out the rain. That's the part everybody's leaving out. Yeah. And then now we're seeing this.
Authorities are warning of misinformation deliberately being...
The who are warning? The authorities, now the police is saying, y'all stop lying. Y'all stop adding to it. Y'all stop creating these fake narratives and moving the goalposts. Yeah. Because they are intentionally not telling us everything. And then now y'all getting mad that people are raising money for this kid's defense. And y'all don't even want to tell everybody the truth. That Mr. Metcalf was the aggressor. And that Mr. Metcalf put his hands on him. First. Yeah. So now they saying police warns about misinformation in deadly track meet stabbing.
Welcome back. Now for what's trending in true crime. Authorities are warning of misinformation deliberately being spread online in the case of the stabbing death of a high school student who was killed.
They trying to change the narrative, y'all. They are trying to change the narrative on the black kid to incite a racial and the riot, really. And then we have these us agreeing with the shit. So this blow my mind. That's what blow my mind about these African American men. They putting out misinformation on purpose and the niggas going along with it. Shit, y'all ain't worth shit.
Carmelo Anthony is currently charged with first-degree murder in the death of Austin Metcalf.
Yeah, I said it.
He's held on $1 million bond, and police say that Anthony told them that he did it and asked officers if it can be considered self-defense.
They ain't worth shit.
Police are warning that there's incorrect and possibly very damaging information spread online about the incident. So
they going right along with that change of narrative shit. On their bloodline. And agreeing with them folk. I know y'all knew it. I say, you lying to me. Not all them brothers I seen on there talking about, oh yeah, he was. You let somebody hit y'all little kids in pee-wee football the wrong way, and y'all asses is running out there on them field trying to fight the kids. Huh? Y'all trying to fight the referees and shit. Y'all trifling. Y'all trifling. I ain't gonna even lie.
What kind of effect can fake information have on a case? Let's talk about it. Let's bring back in attorneys Mario Gallucci.
Well, one thing is for sure, they not providing fake information for Carmelo. Hello, they're not creating fake information for the African American kid.
Mario, to you first, please. Your thoughts.
So, I've been doing this over 3 decades, and social media has now become
Sean Cotton should have been what?
impediments to picking a jury. People hear things on social media, they go run
should have bonded him out.
You're right. Selection to ensure that the people that are reading it or following it or doing whatever they're doing.
So do y'all hear that? They are sending out this fake information on purpose so that he would not be able to get a fair trial. Y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? They are intentionally withholding the truth and creating narratives so that this kid don't get a fair trial. And our African American men are adding to that. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? And I mean that with everything that's within me. How motherfucking dare you niggas go along with this shit? How dare you? They are intentionally doing it so that he won't get a fair trial. And y'all black asses getting on platforms going along with that bullshit.
Impediments to picking a jury. People hear things on social media, they go running with it, and it's the job of the judge now during jury selection to ensure that the people that are reading it or following it or doing whatever they're doing on social media are not chosen to be on your jury. The evidence is coming from the chair that's in the courtroom, not from Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Right. You're so right, Mario. And sometimes, and I often encounter this with my job because when people meet me or friends and loved ones who know me, they want to talk about cases and they'll say, oh, I saw this. And I'll say, that's not true. Where did you see it? Oh, I saw it on TikTok. Some creator said, well, they made it up. That's not true. I can tell you, you can take what I'm saying to the bank. And it just shows you how powerful now, to your point, Mario, social is. Randolph, your thoughts on this, please weigh in if you would.
Yeah, I think Mario is exactly correct. This is a great example of why the Karen Reed case is taking 2+ weeks to pick a jury, because it is so much coverage, there's so much information, there's so many jurors that have heard about it, versus the case that we're involved with, which is the Rachel Morin case, which had very little information about the case, and they were able to pick a jury in a day and a half. So that information out there taints that jury pool and can help, or can actually hinder the process when the case goes to trial.
You're so right. Rediff, I gotta say, you are my hero for bringing that up about the Karen Reed case. That is the first thing I thought about when I read this story, and I kept thinking, how I wish those police and prosecutors.
They trying to set it up, change the narrative.
Wish they would have come out, issued some official
They trying to rainwater. Yeah. Why you don't have nobody black up here? But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, they already know that they sometimes the news get it wrong. Well, the police warns of misinformation online because they're trying to. We just saw the daddy do it, and everybody gonna take it and run with it. You know, they said he stabbed him, you know, and they forgot to say he put his hands on him. And then we got African-American men saying, oh, yeah, he should have defended himself like that. The black kids shouldn't have had any protection on him. Why would he have a knife? Well, hell, you want him to have a gun? These kids are killing kids. I mean, so what? Oh, yeah, you know I'm going to keep up with a plus-size baddie. Oh, absolutely. I see where it's going. And now they already said police is warning of misinformation online. So they are very aware that, that they are propaganda. They intentionally making the African-American kid as if he, ooh, Lord, if he would have been a thug, it would have been all over. So now they digging, try to find any and every little thing he's ever done. How was he in elementary, in kindergarten, when he was learning how to walk? You know, every little thing that he did wrong. Do he curse? Do he smoke? Do he get upset? Oh, the dad showed such great composure. Ain't not one person in the Anthony family got out of line. Not now one of them. But they are intentionally putting out propaganda, fake narratives online. Now, how they gonna control it, I don't know, but they are aware of it. But what the police gonna do? Hell, I like to see what they gonna do about it. Police warns what's gonna happen if it. But okay, yeah, I'm finna go. You know. Yeah, have a good night. Yeah, we gonna have to stay on this one, cause I ain't going, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, I'm very disappointed in some of the brothers who turn their back on this kid, and knowing good and damn well that they, come on now, yeah, that just ain't cool. Ain't cool. I ain't going. If he was a different type of kid, it would be different. But keep your hands to yourself. And any one of y'all men out there gonna act like, I don't want to think my mama was tougher than you cats. Yeah. No. He should have kept his hands to himself. Don't touch me. And I pray for everybody involved, but I am praying for Carmelo Anthony because he was not the aggressor. He was not the aggressor. Y'all have a good night.